Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Welcome to another Feed Me More Nutrition Live. I am the big guy Ryback. We're live on TikTok, the big guy Ryback 22, here at Ryback TV on YouTube, Ryback Rules on Twitch, and Ryback at Periscope. I thank you all for joining me. It is a huge weekend, brother. We are doing Ryback Mania in honor of everything going on. 25% off Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. No this or that, nothing. You get the free face mask, bumper sticker, and wristband with the 25% off all the way until Sunday, tomorrow, midnight Pacific. The sale is going on. It is active. Now, guys, you can save 20% on anything and everything on feedmemore.com with discount code RybackMania, brother. Now that we got that out of the way, it will be in the description. It will be in the comments. We can have a fun little question and answer. I'm pretty pumped up right now. I got a coffee here, and I got some food on the way, so I do have to keep an eye out on that. But it said it was about an hour away a little bit ago. I'm doing the new for the weekly feeding time video on Ryback TV. Here we're doing their new Impossible Burger, no cheese, and I'm going to be putting my own vegan mayo that I have on it here with that. And then they also have vegan cauliflower wings. So doing a little mukbang with that for next week's video, probably for Monday's release for the feeding time video of the week. And I've cut those down to just one time a week. One, it makes my life a lot easier. But two, I've been eating at home, and I'm really, the diet is really honed in. So the plant-based stuff isn't bad. It just saves me a lot of time from going out and recording and leave because I live away from things. And I'm very just honed in on everything we're doing with Feed Me More Nutrition right now and really keeping everything kind of centered on this. But I think it's very important to do the vegan videos every week still and raising awareness. And for what I really believe in very passionately, and I've always been very health oriented, but seeing what's going on in the world and seeing my results from going to the vegan diet full on over 7 months now. I think we're at 7 months in a week, and I've never felt better. And I've seen so many positive changes, not just physically, mentally, and that I'm really happy with. And I think if people keep an open mind to this, you could really fix a lot of our problems. And I'm forever grateful. I'm actually doing Sarah Brandow. She was with Austin Aries. Austin was the one that turned me on to this, and he did it in a non-confrontational way, and just provided facts that I go, you know what? I haven't looked into this on purpose for a reason, and I essentially overcame my fear of looking into it because everything that I thought I knew could possibly be all lies and wrong. And I was wrong. Flat out was wrong. On what I thought about nutrition from a muscle building standpoint, I was completely wrong. And there's a lot of bullshit out there and a lot of lies. A lot of people too, pushing the carnivore diet and things like that, they're pieces of shit. I can't stress this enough. And because they're selling stuff around the diet with that, like selling the actual food products and like just promoting and pushing out fake bullshit articles. And I'm just like, man, more power to you, whatever. It's just, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And so I take great pride in being able to actually experience the benefits and share those with you guys, because I think just from just a positive outlook on life, and when we adjust things and keep an open mind, it really can allow us to make some major changes and fix our food. We fix our mood. I've said that from the beginning. And what's the one diet most of us don't ever want to look into? The vegan diet. Why? You got to look at the way the world, how we've been programmed from the time our little baby brains came into this world, and why we have these feelings. And it's through my Postmates is out for delivery 17 minutes. Well, we're going to go over that. So it's going to be sitting out there for a few minutes. But we've been conditioned to think a certain way on things, and we get angry when we what is there to get angry over micronutrient rich foods with powerful antioxidants that fight free radicals that keep us younger, that make us feel better? Why are we angry over that? Why do you know what I'm saying? You got to think and look at things, and then like I never thought there were all these protein foods. Never in a million years. There's more protein foods vegan than there is with animal products. Point blank. And they're filled with much more micronutrients and just superior in every way possible. And I never would have thought in a million years I would be saying that, but I'm living it. And I've seen my conditioning. I've seen my strength. I've seen so many cool changes. So there's that. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Thank you guys for joining me. Ricky Scurvy, good to see you, my man. The chat should be pretty good. And this is a little bit of a confuser for some of the people, as the Ryback Mania weekend sale with Feed Me More Nutrition, brother. But I know it probably is going to promote a lot of wrestling questions. But, we're here for health and fitness, guys. You can only talk wrestling so much. And why? Just watch it, enjoy it, and then forget about it for all the other points. And I promise you, your life will be way better. Enjoy it when it's on TV and then let it go. TikTok, welcome everybody. My TikTok engagement has been horrible the last week. TikTok's really, really fucking me over on that one. I don't know if I could cuss. I better not cuss too much, or they might shut that off too. Man of Steel, I got your shirt on it. Man, I got a bunch of new colors in for my Feed Me More Nutrition pants. So I'm really pumped to go to the gym today with my baby blue colors on. I've always get a lot of compliments when I wear the baby blue, and wearing the Superman shirt today, I'm expecting to get at least 3 phone numbers to the gym today. Good to see all of you guys. I do not eat steak anymore, no. Yeah, well, my guy made an R Ryback shirt. I haven't uploaded it to Teespring yet. That reminds me, I'll do that this weekend. I don't know what the UFC event is. I wasn't even aware there was an event today. Everyone from TikTok, welcome. John, thank you for using the supplements. I don't know if the supplements would affect people that smoke weed any differently. I honestly, I don't know, and I don't know what supplements you're referring to. Other than the only thing I could say is, if you're smoking a lot of weed and you're not as active, I don't know. I know if I smoked a bunch of weed, I would not be getting anything done in my life. And that's me. I've seen people that can function on it. So I am not one of them. I would be paranoid just 24/7, and I'd probably be 400 pounds. Jacked though, huge barrel chest, arms, legs extra meaty, a little bit of cellulite on my ass, but man, I'd be big and jacked. Yeah, never been a big weed guy. If anything, I like a little bit of red wine at night, and that really helps me. It really, really helps me sleep better. And I find red wine is, for any of the alcohols, I don't like hard liquor anymore. I find red wine just to be very, very beneficial for relaxation and going to bed, and for no other reason. Happy Ryback Mania. Thanks, brother. This is the Ryback Mania of Ryback Manias. Greatly appreciated. Yes, we are going to be doing more finish it. We're going to do a strawberry banana finish it, branch chain amino acid as well. We got some stuff coming up. We're just waiting for a few things to happen. And then we got some more scaling going on with the supplements. Thank you, Winning. I I've been doing for my lunch, which today I'm not doing. I've been doing 2 packages of these vegan noodles. They're ramen noodles, these vegan ones, and adding them in with like one of the plant proteins and some like mushrooms and some liquid aminos and some seasoning, a little chili powder. Oh man, talk about delicious. That's my big carb meal for the day before I go to the gym usually. But today we're doing the Ryback TV video for the week, so no noodles today. But man, don't get me wrong, ramen noodles, I mean, taste delicious. You gotta you could really overeat that stuff, and I mix it with the micronutrients and some other things. I'll chop up some onions usually, maybe even put some little kale pieces in there and things, oregano, thyme. What else is that? Basil. Put it like an Italian seasoning in with it too. Dad, oh, congratulations on trying the vegan diet. You gotta so it's good you got the Beyond Meat. There's a really good brand called No Evil that has a chicken and barbecue pork that are really good. So what you want to do is essentially you buy your plant-based meats like you would buy your animal products. You need to also, I would get nutritional yeast, fortified nutritional yeast. You can buy that on Amazon or the Whole Food stores. It's just easy. I just order a couple bags a week. That each scoop has 4 grams of complete protein on it. Every serving is 2 scoops. You get 8 grams of protein. I'll usually put 4 or 5 scoops of this. It's like a cheese powder. It's delicious on every meal to get even more protein. And there's meals I don't even eat the Beyond Meats and things like that. And then I would look into some nuts, some mixed nuts, pistachios, having a couple servings of those a day. You need chia seeds, hemp hearts. Hemp hearts are another must in there. Chia seeds, I'd get some ground flaxseed, really good. You sprinkle a couple tablespoons of that with your meals every day. And then getting the lot vegetables that you like and ordering them. And then, like if you're busy, cook your meals and put them in little bowls and then eat them at select times during the day. Our ISO Hungry Caramel Cookie Plant Protein just shipped out yesterday for everyone. It's like weeks. It came in. They got it done 2 weeks ahead of schedule for me. Hallelujah. And so that will be arriving next week. And I'm mad because I didn't get to them soon enough. They caught me off guard. And I go, can you guys ship me a box just directly to me? Oh, but not send the rest to fulfillment. I want a box for me. And now I got to wait for it to get in and order it myself because I'm all out of the stuff, the samples I had. So I can't wait. So having that in, but pea protein, get some beans. You essentially learn the foods. You have a much more diverse diet, and you'll see how easy it really is. Like I get 300 grams of protein a day, easy, and I only eat 4 meals a day. Either 3 meals in a shake or just 4 meals if I don't do a shake on that. And then on the days, like I told you guys what I'm going to be doing, especially when I get it back in stock here for me, is I'm going to be, because I'm really pushing here as my strength is going up and my shoulders improved, I'm going to be doing 2 ISO Hungry Caramel cookie protein shakes a day. 1 afternoon and 1 at night right before bed. And but pea protein is another thing to adding it in, makes it really easy to get your thing. Get some fresh fruits. I do my fruits first thing in the morning. I do some blueberry, a little watermelon, a little pomegranate juice or a pomegranate chopped up, and just little things. And you start looking at food for the energy that it provides in respect to your macronutrients that you're following, and finding foods and man, you'll be amazed. Cravings go away. All these things that from all these foods, and the food, like the vegan foods, taste better. And it's no BS. Especially like I make performance meals that I absolutely love. It's all seasoning. We love foods for seasoning. So congratulations, but you got to learn the foods, learn the protein foods, And then sometimes you're going to do probably some processed foods, but you're going to see the more fresh foods that you eat, the better you feel all the way around. Tim, man, Tim, I got my Zevia right here. It'll be my only one for the day. So your 6 definitely has me beat. High intensity interval training, I do is for me. I notice a drastic difference when I'm doing that consistently and regularly on fat burning and how many calories I need to eat a day. And I always was, from when I was younger and learned about that, we'll get that super chat up, that it increases your metabolism longer for a longer period throughout the day than just slow cardio. And that makes sense. We elevate our heart rate and we push ourselves and force our body into this higher threshold where it just makes sense just from a very basic standpoint. And I've experienced that from what I've seen. And that's why you see too, like a lot of fighters, and they do so much just high intensity interval training. And then they do longer durations, they do shorter durations, but they train for those bursts and also for endurance. And it's a combination, which is what I do, is a combination, because wrestling and that is very similar on that aspect. But I find my fat burning is increased the more, like yesterday I did 75 burpees after my workout, and those get my heart rate going. A salt runner and things, I notice my body, my fat burning is just better. Where if I wanted to eat some more junk, I could. I don't think that it's beneficial doing that, but if you can do it, I think it's not only to maximize performance, but it has the better calorie burning properties by elevating your heart rate for a longer period throughout the day. But if you're injured, you got things, cardio's cardio. It comes down to burning calories still on that. And like I said, I like to do a combination and then I do more endurance stuff on certain days to keep my legs. And then other things where it's short energy burst. And like, I love the Stairmaster I just set a PR last week. I got to do tomorrow, go for another one. And that's after doing legs today. So we'll see how that goes, where I do max level 25 for 30 seconds as hard as I can with no hands. And then 1 minute on level 8 with my hands resting to keep my body weight, so it's not all my weight on my legs. And I recover in that minute. And I've done 9 rounds of that back and forth. Try it. You think you go, 9, that doesn't seem like that many. Max out the Stairmaster. The one at my gym, there's the ones that go to level 20, and then there's ones that go to level 25. The same brand. The level 25 is much harder than the level 20, let me tell you that much. So if you could find one that goes to level 25, it's the max level. It is a dead sprint upstairs for 30 seconds. Your legs will be on fire. And it's a real challenge. So stuff like that, burpees, skipping rope, really, really going at it. Mountain climbers. I did weighted sled runs outside last week with 45, 90, 115, 120 pounds on the sled with a harness, doing sprints, 60-yard sprints out there in the street. I did 10 of those, where I did one, rest 45, 60 seconds, do another. That one really, really got me going. And there's so many ways to challenge ourselves on that. And but I think athlete wise, that's what you see. Like John Jones is training right now. He's doing a lot of sled pulls on that with heavier weight to get used to his body weight being higher as well for what he's doing, moving up to heavyweight. So the bigger you are, the more oxygen you burn, which he's got a real uphill battle in front of him from a cardio standpoint. Because if you're not genetically a heavy person and then you try to genetically become a heavy person, your body, that weight, like I'm genetically large as far as like my weight is. If I stop training, I'm going to always be in that 270, 280 range pretty damn easily. I may not be as lean if I'm not training and stuff like that, but my body with my bone structure, I've got large legs. I stay heavy. So I know what it's like to be heavy because I've been heavy like that since my early 20s. Other people that don't, it can really, really tax your cardiovascular system. And so that's why if anyone could do it, it'll be him. I'm curious though to see how he handles it from a conditioning standpoint, because he's putting on quite a bit of weight, probably between 30, 40, maybe even, I don't know if he gets up to 50 extra pounds. But that plays it's a massive difference. Super chat from Dylan Fury at the scale of 10. How much do you get mad when people talk about wrestling and health and fitness chat? I mean, doesn't. I think majority of the time I'm not even mad at all. It's just more kind of comical and funny. Don't get me wrong. I think there's times when you can definitely get me when maybe something is going on and I'm stressed over something going on with Feed Me More Nutrition or waiting something going on with my attorney with WWE, the Ryback trademark that pisses me off. And then somebody says something and, maybe I get angry for a split second, but I've learned to I try to not hold any value in any comments, and that good and bad. Like I just know what I do. And don't get me wrong, it's always good to be able to help people and people are happy about that and get good comments, but I'm doing it anyways. And that's where the bad, and just like, I try not to have anyone have any control over my emotions, even the good. Like I feel good already. I don't need the good comments to feel good. Right. And but it's not giving people with that kind of mindset that whatever it is, that's whatever their world is. I said yesterday, it's easier to control one brain than it is to try to control 7 billion plus other brains, right? And so when we take away power and just realize that's not even, why am I going to let them distract me from what I'm doing, right? And we all do it and we're all going to get distracted, but it's getting out of that as quickly as possible. And I see it, if I see a negative thing or a negative tweet or something, I just, I had a negative comment the other day. It got through in the DMs. We're all going, I'll mass delete them. It was the top one. And every once in a while, I'll click on the top one. And it was from, and this was not on my main messages on Instagram, but from somebody who had no followers. He just made the account. And it was, you have failed. WWE and Vince, all of us love it. You have stopped your podcast. You are a piece of shit loser, something. And I just smiled. I just blocked and deleted. And I laughed because I go, that's somebody that's struggling right there that isn't aware of anything going on and doesn't understand what is going on with this and why we're doing what we are doing and what we are actually building with what's going on in the future. So, but I go, why am I could have stopped and got into an argument with that person and taken an hour out of my day. But I don't care about them. I don't care about their mindset. I don't care what they believe, what they think, because I know the truth. And so it doesn't serve me. I would rather go, oh, let's go leave 100 comments on the Feed Me More Nutrition page and generate 10 more sales. Right. So, and that's where I use those as reminders sometimes when I see this stuff let's just do more work. That makes me happy. Let's go make more money. So people are going to ask what they're going to ask. I can't control their brains. I've never been obsessed with wrestling to that. I've always loved it. I've loved doing it. But I love also not doing it and being away from that element where my life doesn't revolve around talking about it 24/7. And that too is kind of with the wrestling show. It doesn't serve me. And it was done. And I go, oh, it'll be good to keep the wrestling audience happy for the supplements. No, I'd rather just talk about health and fitness and the supplements because I don't look at the dirt sheets. I don't look at wrestling stuff. I don't want to know what's going on because it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me. Even if I'm having a positive outlook and talk, it doesn't serve me. It's taken my time away from better things. So that was what I had the realization on that. And I just go, well, this stuff doesn't serve me. And this is actually better doing what I'm doing. So, but people are going to ask what they're going to ask. There was never a time that I thought I had COVID. No. No, they do not pay us for anything. Yes. Good to see all of you guys. Hello, hello, hello. All right, we got a super chat. Hulk, right? I'm moving to Vegas. If I were to see you out anywhere, not at the gym, what would be the best way to approach you to say hi and ask to get a picture? uh, I like how it's that you have not at the gym. The congratulations on moving to Vegas. This is a great place. I'm not out rarely. I would say the chances of you running into me would be slim to none, uh, most likely. So, but usually if you did, you just I don't know. I would say just be normal. I do not understand pictures. I've never asked for one. I don't get them. With adults, I just don't get it. I kids I understand, but adults I would think it would be more fun to say hello and possibly have just a regular conversation with somebody, because uh, everybody wants, right? And it's like, dude, I've had it where people they're just normal and cool. There's a guy at my gym. He's never once huge wrestling fan. I already know he is. He's never once asked for a picture. I talk to him every time I see him. Comes over, we have probably a 5-10 minute conversation, and because he's normal. And I'm not saying you're not normal wanting a picture, but I would say, if it comes up, it comes up. But I'm not mean to people on things. I don't understand it personally. I'd rather just people act normal and say, hey, what's up, Ryback? Good to see you. Hey, buddy, good to see you too. Have a great day. You know, I don't know. But I would just say you just ask. Advice on building muscle to fill in fat. I don't know how to answer. I honestly don't know how to answer that. Okay, if you're asking for your kids, see, that's entirely different. I would make sure you say that, right. Hey, can I have a picture for my kid? That's actually I think that's important for adults to preface it. Usually, most of the time, that could be the case. You could tell clearly when it isn't, though. I also like it when the dad goes, it's for my kid, and he's shaking uncontrollably with the photo. This has happened so many times. They're shaking so bad, they can't even get the phone, and then they hit the wrong button, and they're so damn nervous, and then the sweat starts pouring down, and then then their screen's not working because their thumbs are getting so damn sweaty that the water sensor on the phone is triggered and kicked in. And then before you know it, it's 10 minutes. They can't get the photo going, and they go, just forget it. Good to meet you. I've had that happen before. Yeah, wrestling fans tend to just ask wrestling questions though 24/7. And if you've watched me, I've talked about stuff and I've said how many times can I say what I'm doing, right? It's so there's good days with it and then there's bad days. I think you just sometimes people don't understand and put themselves in the person's shoes. Like, wait a second, is there a possibility that when they go out places, that's what the people ask them and things? And it's like too, and like anytime there's any coverage of anything, and usually when it's something that the WWE will put out in a negative way through dirt sheets that they work with, they make no mention of my supplement company, and they will they create these false headlines or these false things, you know, and they're not true. But they try to make things perceive in a certain way. I'm like, why wouldn't you talk about the supplement company that's going over 7 figures easily this year in sales? How is that not a notable thing that nobody in the history of wrestling has ever done? Why is that not talked about more? Why? Oh, because that would show that I've actually been successful and done everything I said I was going to do, right? Despite all my social media being suppressed. 100% confirmed. It's all suppressed. So still done it. We're going to continue to do it, and it's a beautiful thing. And eventually, we're gonna blow some heads off when the time comes. That's for damn sure. I don't know what the best country to live in. I mean, America was. I love living in America, but I think in America, I think if I'm in Vegas, I would like to move into the mountains. I would like a little more distance between me and other people. But Montana's always a hot prospect for me as well in America. But we have it very good here in a lot of different ways. But nothing's perfect, obviously, anywhere. I'm a big believer in doing heavy weights and light weights. And I use a combination. I think it's dependent on your goals and what you're training for. I don't think it's beneficial for people to be maxing out if it serves you no purpose outside of ego. You got to be really careful with that. Dylan Fury, thank you very much, my man. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me. No, I'm not really too keen on the conspiracy theories. I'm not saying I think there's always truth to certain things. I've seen some people that have some pretty excessive things. I've not said everything I've ever said is factual. I have the paperwork from the company wanting my social media, and the social media instantly, the engagement dying instantly on those platforms when we did not sign it over. So, and then again, having it confirmed through Facebook managers off the record. And again, you could see what's going on Twitter. You could see how does subscribers go up on platforms and views just keep going down. What happens is they keep you on about a 1%. Every platform is kind of similar what they've done. It's a 0.5 to 1% impression rate that I'm on. So it prevents almost everything from falling into the algorithm and taking off. It's brilliant. And they can set that on. They have those controls in their programs, and they do it with other people that get shadow banned. And it's just a continuous thing. And it's going on. And it is what it is. I don't expect anybody to care about it, but I have a business, and it's my job to care. And I promise you, it's only made me better and stronger because it's taught me how to keep hustling and staying even hungrier and in finding ways to continue to grow despite losing my organic reach. And so then when I eventually will get it back, because I will get it back, it's going to be like it's like a slingshot getting pulled back. You're going to see me catapult in front of a lot of people really quickly. I promise. Canada, yeah. I know some women in Canada too. Vancouver would be a nice place to live. Yeah, me and Brock just shooting watermelons out there, wrestling around in the tumbleweeds, filming TikTok videos, fighting, like those little shoot fighting videos. Ryback versus Brock, day 74. What's going on? Do we have any other questions? Welcome to Ryback Mania, guys. All weekend, 25% off Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. If you love me and you want to see me come back to wrestling, buy the supplements. That's my sales pitch for the weekend. That'd be hilarious seeing Brock on TikTok. Man, he hates people, I think, so much though. And not like all people. He's awesome. I always got along great with him. But like hates dipshits, I think is safe to say, which is why he's smart living. He minimizes his contact. He's actually brilliant not being on social media, but it does hurt you when you want to do business stuff. It's very key in all that, in being in tune with the world. But it also, for your own happiness, it's like, that's why I try to completely use it for business and then stay the hell off of it when I'm not. Because I'll sometimes you put on your phone and you start scrolling for a couple minutes, and I go like, you see it all the time. I see it when people go to the gyms. People are just sitting in their cars, and I've done it. I've been sitting in my car doing work before I go and sipping on my coffee. But don't get me wrong. There's times you get on there and you just start scrolling, and I'll go, "What am I doing? I just lost 2 minutes out of my day that could easily have turned into 15 or 20." We're going into restaurants. We're not even looking at the menus. We're looking at, look at the tits on her, because everything's just pushing porn in our faces 24/7, and it's a great thing at times, but other times it's like, well, I got to get stuff done, Randy. Yeah, Corona is pretty much non-existent here. I don't see anybody worrying about it, thinking about it. I've been to the hospitals many times. They were not even close to being busy. The nurses were bored. This is all from them. So I think yeah, I think we eat our fruits and vegetables, take our kick out immune system support. We have as good of an immune system support as anybody on feedmemore.com, and stay active, and don't let fear control your life. Because if we created a ticker on every form of death that was going on in the world at every given second, we would all probably never leave our houses if we wanted to. So I would say let's not let this form of death stop us from doing anything. And I haven't been sick in over 8 years, and I'm not worried. And if I did get sick and die, it's okay. That's part of life, and it happens. And my energy would continue on somewhere else in the multiverse, and I would not let the fear of, because that mentality is a loser mentality all the way. So, and it is what it is. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. Sicknesses have occurred from the beginning of time. You know what the best thing to fight off sickness is a strong immune system. Our immune system is miraculous in what it can achieve when we give it the proper nutrients. So. But hey, you do what you want to do. I just think everyone should be allowed to go out and do whatever they want. If you want to stay inside and protect yourself, I'm all for it. I think that's fine. I don't think the world should stop for anything. Never should ever stop for anything. It is a personal choice to want to go out and live life. And I think we've created a lot of hate and adversity and controversy over things that does not need to be. But it is what it is. I'm happy. I'm happy. I haven't thought about it. I haven't feared it since the beginning it came out. I was more fearful of what we were doing from an economic standpoint and from a mental standpoint to humans. But, fuck me for caring about that. $4.99 super chat. Love your products. I've been using them. Let me get that up on the main screen for you, bud. I've been using them for a year, and it's a daily for me. Thank you. Thank you very much. The positive feedback, man. I love helping people. I love helping good people. I love things that have helped me and added such tremendous value to my life. That's why I have no problem selling this stuff. I sell all day long. Sell or be sold. We're either selling or being sold, but I sell good. I'm not a snake oil salesman. I will tell you how it is. And I'm saying maybe not everyone in the world is going to like my supplements, but this is why I sell a mindset on an approach to bettering ourselves. And I don't even care if you buy my supplements on that. The hungry mindset and going for that and to being our best, man, it could change our lives forever for the better. Dylan, thank you again. Dylan, throwing a lot of money at the big guy. I don't know what the different colors are for, though. I love your energy in these Feed Me More Nutrition lives. Thank you very much, Dylan. The energy's very rarely. The only time I feel like is after I take the GTS sleep aid and a little bit of red wine. That about the 10 minutes before I go to bed is when I feel like I'm at just like I don't have massive amounts of energy. If you click on, go to feedmemore.com, click on the ISO Hungry plant powered protein, and we have the fruity cereal grass fed whey. We're out of peanut butter pieces and we're out of the chocolate on this. The caramel cookie plant protein, which tastes like whey protein, it should be arriving by Wednesday next week. And they're going to be getting out all the pre-orders. And if you order it now, it'll be going out in the end of next week, which is a pea protein with a little bit of rice protein. It tastes absolutely amazing. You guys are going to love this. You're not going to think you're drinking a plant protein, which was huge for me in getting this out on that. But if you click on the product page, it has a great write-up on that. I'm just so big on now everything plant-based because I've experienced such positive benefits from it. And it has all the amino acids in it, all the essential amino acids. So there's no difference with taking that in a whey protein other than you're not getting contributing to like what we're doing to the dairy industry on just torturing animals. And I was a part of the problem before, and I wasn't even aware and didn't even think about it. Thought I was doing a good thing doing grass-fed whey. And it was just, I made a business decision that was not best for my business financially. Doing it actually has cost me a lot of money. just being completely honest. But I looked ahead. I go, all right, I'm going to take a hit right here on this, but it aligns with what I believe morally and ethically and what I've learned, and I am no longer contributing to the problem. And I know a lot of people like whey, and that was my struggle. I go, well, a lot of people do like whey and things. I go, okay, but if I can create a plant protein that tastes like whey, I can actually help maybe transfer people from whey to plant proteins, because it's a huge gap. And there's some really shitty plant proteins. Almost all of them are shitty. Almost all of them. This one is not shitty. I promise you. So, and we're going to have the chocolate. We're going to be doing the peanut butter. And we're going to, eventually, guys, I'm going to have 10 flavors of everything as this continues to grow, as I'm living in my mansion in the mountains with the ER lit up at night when I'm out fighting the bad people, out of my bat cave. And, but we are growing. We started with 3, we're up to 12 supplements, 13 coming out, and multiple flavors. So we're definitely on track. I don't know how far away we are though from the mansion in the mountains, with the ER on top of the mountain. The website does not need to be made over. I've had my website updated multiple times. Very happy with the website. We have one of the highest conversion rates in supplement companies, by the way, which I've learned through marketing and sales, in our competitors. And our traffic continues to increase. We are doing multiple things. We have fresh weekly blogs going up on the blog section. Check that out on feedmemore.com. Click on blogs on the menu bar. All free content, guys. Supplementation, mindset, nutrition, weightlifting, constantly adding to that. And we're doing a lot of things. We're making a lot of moves. And we're anticipating by far our biggest year ever. Last year was our record year. I've done that every year I've been in business, actually. But, I mean, we made it. Last year was a drastic jump, even with COVID. So gave out, what did I give out? Almost $15,000 in cash giveaways last year with COVID. I don't know any other supplement companies that were giving out that kind of money. So some maybe they did. I'm not aware of it. Good to see all of you guys. But I am always open to suggestions. I love the website. I love the layout. I've heard people say, "Oh, we could completely redo your website." And I go, "Well, why? These are my numbers right now." And I'll even say, I go, "Let me ask you, so what do you think of these numbers?" They go, "Those are fantastic." I go, "Then why would I change what I'm doing right now?" Could always change color schemes. We could always make little adjustments. But I go, I am now firing on all cylinders. Everyone's going to have their opinion. I can interview 7 billion people. We're all going to have different ideas on how my website should look. You want to know whose idea matters? Mine. And it matters when I'm getting the numbers. So, guys, I'm going to get home a little later. I probably will throw it on. I know it's 2 nights this year. We'll see. I do want to see with the people. I'm going to try. I don't have it. I took it off my phone. I think I got it on my tablet still here, which I'll charge this actually and try to put it on that. And try to catch a little. I'd like to watch Drew and Bobby. I like both those guys a lot. Just personally, they've always, and I want to see that first match with people. That's so I think I'll tune in a little. I can't watch the whole thing. I don't have the time or the patience. I don't know how people do it. If I was there in person, I would be tanked. I would be tailgating out with the fans, hammered. I would be drunk before the opening battle royal under the giant battle royal, and I'd probably be escorted out by match 3. So even if I was there in person, my fun would be pre-tailgating, pre-gaming, kicked out by the 3rd match for streaking on the stage nude with a bottle of Honey Jack taped to my hands like Edward Scissorhands. I'm not done with professional wrestling. I don't know where any of this, you guys, if you're not aware of what's going on, just please fuck off. And I mean that as kindly as possible. We got another super chats, a lot of super chats today. Thanks, guys. Paying for those Ryback TV meals. Hey, boss, I'm back. After the last time I sent a donation, I started eating healthier. I cut all coffee and soda from my diet. I haven't. No, but I'm drinking Zevia and my Starbucks. I'm a big fan of coffee. I cut all coffee and soda from my diet, and I only drink water now. I've also started working out my upper body. Thank you. Man, congratulations, K2. Thank you for the super chat. And get some leg training in a little bit. Wait a second. Were you the one when I told you that all the upper body, right? If I'm not mistaken. Did we talk about the arm bike thing too for cardio? If I'm not mistaken. But activity, man, and don't be afraid. Throw into some matcha green tea. That really, really good. Put them in the big jugs and pour yourself a glass or two of that matcha green tea. Just drink it straight up. It will increase your metabolism up to 17% per day. Also in the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, if I'm being honest with a lot of other ingredients, but you could also buy the matcha green tea. We're actually going to be doing a heart and circulation, a heart formula. I've had that done for quite a while, but we don't have anything per se for that. That's a very specific formula. So, but that's all that's in the playbook for the future. It's like my immune system support. I had that one in my book forever, and then when the virus started, I just fast tracked that because it would make sense to have that available, and that's why I give it. I actually have the Kick Out Immune System Support. We have it where you can add it on for $19.99. It's $29.99, but we do it where if you buy supplements, you get it like an add-on. You get the free stuff with the face mask, wristband, and bumper sticker right now, all the month of April here. But we also have a little add-on thing for the Kick Out where you can add it for $19.99. There's nobody giving you the immune system support with what we're doing for $19.99. I've seen other companies that are $29.99 and that's half the serving. They have half the servings that we have as well. A lot of people have taken advantage of the situation. I'm actually giving stuff away. I've done free give outs with it, and I've lowered the cost so people can take an immune system support during all this. I haven't been sick in 8 years. My business mindset is a little different than everybody else's. Ideally, what I would love to do to the supplement industry is become the number one company and then lower my costs so much, forcing all the other companies to come down. I do not believe we should overcharge people for being healthy. It pisses me off. And I'm kind of like, I feel I have that Robin Hood mentality of where I'm not afraid to fuck up bad people. I don't like bad people. I've never liked bad people. That maybe it's the Green Mile in me, and I'm not perfect by any means, but I don't fucking like bad people. And I never have. And that's where you see a lot of the aggression. That's why you see everything with WWE. I don't like bad people. It doesn't have to be that way. There's so much good and love in this world, and I don't like bad, and it's never going to go away. And I've realized that, but I can only control my environment, but I don't like bad people. Dylan throwing more. Dylan, is this fake Monopoly money you're giving me today? Dylan, more cash to the big guy. Dylan, you've given me like $100 today already. Thank you very much, Dylan. That's not what we do these for. But if you guys want to throw money at me for doing these, for taking my time to do this, go ahead. Not going to be upset over it. I do have Sophie to feed. I have dogs. What's going on? Hi, Ryback is 7 feet big for fighting. 7 feet is pretty big for pretty much everything in life. What's Ryback? What's the best exercise to build a bigger chest faster? Big fan of complete chest development. Oftentimes, I think starting off with an incline movement, incline dumbbells are fantastic. I'm a big fan of doing dumbbells for the chest with all the stabilizing muscles as well. But I do a combination. I love the hammer strength machines as well. I think on all machines, you could build a massive chest. I love the pec deck and different fly movements. I think fly movements are really, really beneficial, especially with the muscle, how our muscle fibers run along in our chest. I really think too, when you do those and throw in some 3-second holds on the pec deck, not on every set, but here and there, maybe your final set or two, things like that. and slowly and increasing your weights under your rep scheme. I go 10 to 12, and then as I'm trying to build my strength up, I go 4 to 6, and I try to have a combination. Because one, I'm not trying to be a power lifter. If I was just doing powerlifting, my rep ranges would be only on the heavy end on things. I'm training for maximum strength, endurance, and functional muscle, and always have in very many areas. So I do a combination, but I think it's important to know what your goals are. And it's, you can go two different approaches on this. And again, take out the drugs. Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler. Ronnie Coleman was massive overload the majority of the time. And Jay Cutler was stimulating muscle through volume and higher rep ranges to keep the weight down. Still a lot of weight, though. More weight than most people by any means. But compared to what Ronnie was doing, it wasn't. But both work. Now, Jay probably wasn't as strong as Ronnie, but he wasn't training for that. Could he have been? Yeah. But that wasn't, he took a different approach to it. And it works. But I think, too, you have to understand, especially when you get to what they were doing, Jay was very, very smart on it because Jay is still healthy and training and looks fantastic. Again, take drugs out of the picture on that. But in Ronnie is on in a very negative health place, I feel, and going through what I went through with stem cells. He didn't do that. He had surgeries. He's done. He's not getting any better. It's going to get progressively worse every year he gets older. And he's still training against doctor's orders from what I've seen on things where it's going to be really bad, I feel. But that was his choice and he has no regrets, and that's his life. So you gotta respect that. But there's different ways to building muscle. It just essentially comes to stimulating the muscle consistently. And I'm big. What I noticed too is I think, throwing another, a day in, you do a big chest day, right? And then, on another day after a workout, you throw in 50 to 75 push-ups after a workout for another day. So with that, though, guys, I do have to get off here. I got the food out there. I got to get that video knocked out. I got to go get my leg training in. Happy Ryback Mania, 25% off. Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com until midnight Pacific tomorrow night. Use discount code Ryback Mania at checkout, 25% off. Free face mask, wristband, and bumper stickers when selected for your orders, guys. Enjoy Wrestlemania, and let's motivate over hate. I'll see you next time. Feed me more.